Vasudeva. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhagavati Naishtike. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya Lila, chapter 11, the passing of Haridas Thakur, text 25 onwards. So Govinda came to give prasadam to Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur was lying down and he was chanting very softly. He wasn't going to take prasadam because he hadn't finished his rounds. The next day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. And same thing Haridas Thakur told him, I'm not well because I haven't chanted my rounds. And Mahaprabhu said, you're a Namacharya, you're already liberated, you don't need to chant. So further Mahaprabhu saying, Loka nistarite tomar avatara, namera mahima loke karila prachara. Your role in this incarnation is to deliver the people in general. You have sufficiently preached the glories of the holy name in this world. Haridas Thakur is known as Namacharya because it is he who preached the glories of chanting Harinam, the holy name of God. By using the words Tomar Avatar, your incarnation, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu confirms that Haridas Thakur is the incarnation of Lord Brahma. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says that advanced devotees help the Supreme Personality of Godhead in his mission, and that such devotees or personal associates incarnate by the will of the Supreme Lord. So they are not like us who have to take birth because of our karmas. So they take incarnation, or they incarnate or come by the will of the Supreme Lord to help him in his mission. The Supreme Lord incarnates by his own will, and by his will, competent devotees also incarnate to help him in his mission. Haridas Thakur is thus the incarnation of Lord Brahma, and other devotees are likewise incarnations who help in the prosecution of the Lord's mission. So going by this statement, of course, Srila Prabhupada is also somebody, we don't know who he is. Maybe later on his identity will be revealed. But he also appeared to help the Lord in fulfilling his mission. Ebe alpa sankhya kari kar sankirtana Haridasa kahe shuna maura satya niveda. The Lord concluded, now therefore please reduce the fixed number of times you chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Haridas Thakur replied, kindly hear my plea. Hina jati janmora nindya kalevara hina karme ratamui adhama pamara. I was born in an inferior family and my body is most abominable. I always engage in low work. Therefore, I am the lowest, most condemned of men. Adrishya sprishya mora angikara kaila Arorav haite kadi more vaikunthe chadaila. I am unseeable and untouchable, but you have accepted me as your servant. This means that you have delivered me from a hellish condition and raised me to the Vaikuntha platform. Swatantrishwar tumi ho ichha maan, jagat na chao yare yache. Ichha hai. My dear Lord, you are the fully independent personality of Godhead. You act by your own free will. You cause the whole world to dance and act as you like. Anekana chaila mora prashadha kariya. Viprera Shraddha Patra Kaina Malechahaya. My dear Lord, by your mercy, you have made me dance in many ways. For example, I was offered the Shraddha Patra, which should have been offered to first-class Brahmins. I ate from it even though I was born in a family of meat eaters. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his Anubhashya quotes from the Vishnu Smriti in reference to the Shraddha. According to this verse, if one is born in a Brahmin family but does not behave according to Brahminical standards, he should not be offered the Shraddha, which is Prashadam offered to the forefathers. Advaita Acharya offered the Shraddha Patra to Haridas Thakur, not to a Brahmin who had been born in a Brahmin family. Although Haridas Thakur was born in a family of meat eaters, because he was an advanced devotee, he was shown more respect than a first-class Brahmin. एक वांछा है मोर बहु दिन है ते लीला संवरिबे तुमी लाए मोर चित्ते. I have had one desire for a very long time. I think that quite soon, my Lord, you will bring to a close your pastimes within this material. Say Leela Prabhu more kabhu na dekhaiba, apanar aage more sharir padiba. I wish that you not show me this closing chapter of your pastimes. Before that time comes, kindly let my body fall down in your presence. See, Haridas Thakur knew Mahaprabhu is going to wind up his pastimes. He said, I don't want to see that. Hriday dharimu tomara kamal charana, nayane dekhimu tomara chandavadana. I wish to catch your lotus-like feet upon my heart and see your moon-like face. Jivai ucharimu tomara Krishna Chaitanya naam, ei matta mora icha chadimu karam. With my tongue I shall chant your holy name, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. That is my desire. Kindly let me give up my body in this way. More icha yadi tomar prashade haya, ei nivedana mora karadaya maya. O most merciful Lord, if by your mercy it is possible, kindly grant me my desire. Ei nicha deha mora paduka tava aage, ei vancha siddhi mora tomate ilage. Let this low-born body fall down before you. You can make possible this perfection of all my desires. Prabhu kahe Haridas, ye tumi magibe, Krishna kripa maeta avashya karibe. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my dear Haridas, Krishna is so merciful that he must execute whatever you want. So still Mahaprabhu is not going, I'm going to execute and I'm great. He's saying, Krishna is so merciful. किंतु हमारी किच्छु सुख सब तोम लाया तुम्हारी योग्य नाहि आवे अनारे चाणी. But whatever happiness is mine is all due to your association. It is not fitting for you to go away and leave me behind. Charane dhari kahe Haridas na kariya maya avashyamo adhame prabhu karai daya. Catching the lotus feet of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur said, my Lord, do not create an illusion. Although I am so fallen, you must certainly show me this mercy. More Shiromani Kata Kata Mahashoy, Tomara Lila Sahay, Koti Bhakta Hai. My Lord, there are many respectable personalities, millions of devotees, who are fit to sit on my head. They are all helpful in your pastimes. Amahena yadi ek kit mari gela, ek pipilika maile, prithvi kaha hani haina. My Lord, if an insignificant insect like me dies, what is the loss? If an ant dies, where is the loss to the material world? Bhakta Vatsala Prabhu tumi mui bhakta bhasa, avashya purabe Prabhu morai acha. My Lord, you are always affectionate to your devotees. I'm just an imitation devotee. But nevertheless, I wish that you fulfill my desire. That is my expectation. Madhyana karite Prabhu chalila apane, Ishwar dekhiya kali, dibena darshahane. Because he had to perform his noontime duties, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got up to leave. But it was settled that the following day, after he saw Lord Jagannath, he would return to visit Haridas Thakur. तबे महाप्रभु तारे करी आलिंगन मध्याह्न करिते समुद्रे करिला गमन. After embracing him, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left to perform his noon duties and went to the sea to take his bath. प्रातः कालेश्वर देखी सब भक्त लाया हरिदास देखी ते आइला शीघ्र करिया. The next morning, after visiting the Jagannath temple, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, accompanied by all his devotees, went hastily to see Haridas. हरिदास आगे आसी दिला दर्शन हरिदास वंदिला प्रभु और वैष्णव चरण. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the devotees came before Haridas Thakur, who offered his respects to the lotus feet of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and all the Vaishnavas. Prabhu kahe Haridas, kaha samachara, Haridas kahe Prabhu, ye kripa to mara. Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired, my dear Haridas, what's the news? Haridas Thakur replied, my Lord, whatever mercy you can bestow upon me. अंगने आरंभिला प्रभु महासंकीर्तन वक्रेश्वर पंडित करे न नर्तन. Upon hearing this, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately began great congregation chanting in the courtyard. Vakreshwar Pandit was a chief dancer. Swarup Gosai Adiyat Prabhu Ragana Haridase Bedi Kare Nam Sankirtan. Headed by Swarup Damodar Goswami, all devotees of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu surrounded Haridas Thakur and began congregational chanting. Ramananda Sarvabhauma Sabara Grete Haridase Raguna Prabhu Lagila Kahite. In front of all the great devotees like Ramananda Rai and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to describe the holy attributes of Haridas Thakur. Haridaser gun kahite Prabhu Haila Panchamukha kahite kahite Prabhu Bani Mahasukha. As he described the transcendental attributes of Haridas Thakur, Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu seemed to possess 5 mouths. The more he described, the more his great happiness increased. Haridaser gune sabar vismithaya man sarva bhakta vande Haridaser chatan. After hearing of the transcendental qualities of Haridas Thakur, all the devotees present were struck with wonder. They all offered their respectful obeisances to the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur. Haridas nijagrete prabhure vasaila nija netra dui bringa mukhapad metila. Haridas Thakur made Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sit down in front of him, and then he fixed his eyes like 2 bumblebees on the lotus face of the Lord. Swahirde ani dharila prabhu racharan sarva bhakta pada renu mastaka bhushan. He held the lotus feet of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on his heart and then took the dust of the feet of all the devotees present and put it on his head. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Balin Bar Bar Prabhu Mukha Madhuri Piye Netre Jaladhar. He began to chant the holy name of Shri Krishna Chaitanya again and again. As he drank the sweetness of the face of the Lord, tears constantly glided down from his eyes. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shabda Karite Ucharan Namir Sahita Prana Kailot Kraman. While chanting the holy name of Shri Krishna Chaitanya, he gave up his air of life and left his body. Wow. Mahayogeshwar Prai Dekhi Swachande Maran Bhishmera Nirayana Savar Hailas Maran. Seeing the wonderful death of Haridas Thakur by his own will, which was just like a great mystic yogis, everyone remembered the passing away of Bhishma. Hari Krishna Shabde Sabe Kare Kolahala Premaninde Mahaprabhu Haila Vivala. There was a tumultuous noise as they all chanted the holy names Hari and Krishna. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became overwhelmed with ecstatic love. Haridaser Tanu Prabhu Kole Laila Uthaya Angane Nachena Prabhu Prema Vishtahaya. The Lord raised the body of Haridas Thakur and placed it on his lap. Then he began to dance in the courtyard in great ecstatic love. Prabhu Raveshe Avasha Sarva Bhakta Gana Prema Veshe Sabhe Nache Karena Kirtan. Because of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's ecstatic love, all the devotees were helpless. And in ecstatic love, they also began to dance and chant congregationally. Ei mate nitya Prabhu Kaila Katakshana Sarup Gosai Prabhu Re Karaila Savadhan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced for some time, and then Sarup Damodar Goswami informed him of other rituals for the body of Thakur Haridas. Haridas Thakure tabe vimane chadaya, samudre laya gela tabe kirtan kariya. The body of Haridas Thakur was then raised onto a carrier that resembled an airship and taken to the sea, accompanied by congregational chanting. So from their place at Siddhabakul, all the devotees put him on a carrier that resembled an airship and then took him to the sea. And this tradition is still going on every year on the day of passing away of Haridas Thakur. They do this. आगे महाप्रभु चले नित्य करित करिते पाछे नृत्य करे वक्रेश्वर भक्तगण साथे. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced in front of the procession, and Vakreshwar Pandit, along with other devotees, chanted and danced behind him. Haridas samudra jale snan kar aila, Prabhu kahe samudra ei, Mahatirtha aila. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bathed the body of Haridas Thakur in the sea and then declared, from this day on, the sea has become a great pilgrimage site. So that's why when we go to Jagannath Puri, we have to take bath in the ocean for that. Haridaser pado tak piye bhakta gana, Haridaser anya dela prasad chanda. Everyone drank the water that had touched the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur. And then they smeared remnants of Lord Jagannath's sandalwood pulp over Haridas Thakur's body. Dora kadara prasad vasrange dila, valukara gartha kari tahe shuai. After a hole was dug in the sand, the body of Haridas Thakur was placed in it. Remnants from Lord Jagannath, such as his silken robe, sandalwood pulp, food and cloth were placed on the body. So this hole was dug where we see Haridas Thakur's Samadhi near ISKCON temple in Jagannath. Chari dike bhakta gana kare na kirtana, Vakreshwar Pandit kare nanande natan. All around the bodies, the devotees performed congregation chanting, and Vakreshwar Pandit danced in jubilation. Hari bol, bale gaur rai, apani Shri haste wali, dilatwar gaye. With his transcendental hand, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally covered the body of Haridas Thakur with sand, chanting Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Tare walu diya upare pinda bandhaila, chodi ke pindera maha avarana kaila. The devotees covered the body of Haridas Thakur with sand and then constructed a platform upon the side. The platform was protected all around by fencing. Taha bedi kirtan kaila, kirtan anartana, hari dhvani kola hale, bharila bhuvan. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced and chanted all around the platform. And as the holy name of Hari roared tumultuously, the whole universe became filled with vibration. तबे महाप्रभु सब भक्त गण संगे समुद्र करीला स्नान जल के लिरंगे. After Sankirtan, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bathed in the sea with his devotees, swimming and playing in the water in great jubilation. Haridase pradakshina kari aila simadvare, Hari Kirtan kola hal sakala nagare. After circumambulating the tomb of Haridas Thakur, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the Simadwara gate of the Jagannath temple. The whole city chanted in congregation, and the tumultuous sound vibrated all over the city. सिंहद्वारे आसी प्रभु पसारीला थाई आंचल पाटिया प्रसाद मांगीला तथाई. Approaching the Simhadwar gate, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread his cloth and began to beg prasadam from all the shopkeepers there. See, so much of love he had for Haridas Thakur that he himself is begging for prasadam from the shopkeepers. Haridas Thakurer Mahotsaver Tare Prasad Magiya Bhiksha Dehata Amare. I am begging prasadam for a festival honoring the passing away of Haridas Thakur. The Lord said, please give me alms. Shuniya pasari sab changala uthaya prasad dite aase tara anandita haya. Hearing this, all the shopkeepers immediately came forward with the big baskets of prasadam, which they jubilantly delivered to Lord Chaitanya. Sarup Gosai pasari ke nishedhila changada laya pasari pasare vasila. However, Sarup Damodar stopped them, and the shopkeepers returned to their shops and sat down with the baskets. Sarup Gosai Prabhu re ghar pathaila chari Vaishnav chari pechad sange rakhila. Sarup Damodar sent Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu back to his residence and kept with them 4 Vaishnavas and 4 servant carriers. Sarup Gosai Kahilana Saba Pashari Ek Draver Ek Punja Dehamore. Sarup Damodar said to all the shopkeepers, deliver to me 4 palmfuls of prasadam from each and every item. Ei mate nana prasad boja bandhayan laya aila chari janer mastake chadayan. In this way, varieties of prasadam were collected and then packed up in different loads and carried on the heads of the 4 servants. Vaninatha Pattanayak Prasadanila Kashi Mishra Nek Prasada Pattaila. Not only did Swarup Damodar Goswami bring prasadam, but Vaninath Pattanayak and Kashi Mishra also sent large quantities. सब वैष्णवे प्रभु वशैल सारी सारी आपने परिवेश प्रभु लाया जनाचारी. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu made all the devotees sit in rows and personally began to distribute the prasadam, assisted by 4 men. Mahaprabhu Shri Haste Alpana Aishe Ek Pate Panch Janar Bhaksha Pariveshe. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not accustomed to taking prasadam in small quantities. He therefore put on each plate what at least 5 men could eat. Sarup kahe Prabhu vasi kara darshana ami iha sabalaya kari pariveshan. Sarup Damodar Goswami requested Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, please sit down and watch. With these men to help me, I shall distribute the prasad. Sarup Jagadananda Kashishwar Shankar Chari Jana Pariveshan Kare Nirantara. The 4 men, Swarup Damodar, Jagadanand, Kashishwar, and Shankar, distributed the prasadam continuously. Prabhu na khaile keha na kare bhojana, Prabhu re sai tene kashi, mishrera nimantrana. All the devotees who sat down would not eat the prasadam as long as the Lord had not eaten. On that day, however, Kashi Mishra had extended an invitation to the आपने काशी मिश्र आइला प्रसाद लाया प्रभु रे भिक्षा कराइला आग्रह करिया. Therefore, Kashi Mishra personally went there and delivered prasadam to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, went with great attention and made him eat. Puri Bharatira Sangye Prabhu Bhiksha Kaila Sakal Vaishnav Tabe Bhojana Karila. With Parmanand Puri and Brahmanand Bharati, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat down and accepted the prasad. When he began to eat, so did all the Vaishnavas. Hari. So I guess we can stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments. Okay, you all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri.
Thank you, Prabhuji.